Star Wars Episode 9 is set to conclude both the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself by writer and director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are very eager to learn more about is, of course, the Star Wars Episode 9 teaser trailer. Now, we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm have a teaser all set and ready to go. As you guys heard just yesterday, they delayed this thing to, who knows how long it's going to be. We may get this thing later this month or early January of next year. Nonetheless, we will get a little glimpse of Star Wars Episode 9 before April 11th of 2019 over at Star Wars Celebration, where then the full trailer will actually be debuting. Now, what's really interesting is that these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. However, when it comes to some of the shot descriptions of the teaser trailer, one of which consists of shot descriptions involving Rey in a black robe next to Chewbacca and Lando Calrissian. On Rey's belt appears to be the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber, reforged and holds a different design. The Falcon is in the background on a jungle world with the ramp down. Both R2 and C-3PO can be seen in the distance. The next goes over a rear shot of Kylo Ren with his helmet on, looking out a window, witnessing a large space battle with dozens of finalizers and resistance cruisers battling each other. Another gives a glimpse of the Knights of Ren charging toward a large wall, protecting a base and taking fire by blasters and using their shields. It's like something out of Game of Thrones. The last provides an in-depth look at a lightsaber duel between Kylo Ren and Rey in a standoff with both lightsabers ignited, showing Rey's face filled with anger as well as Kylo's, with embers falling from the sky. So I really wanted to go over a couple of these that really do boost my enthusiasm for Star Wars Episode 9. Now, I know a lot of people are wondering more about the character of Rey and whether or not she is going to look more around the lines of a Jedi Knight in this movie. Now, what's interesting about her outfit is that it's described as a black robe in this sequence, where she does have the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber attached to her belt. The actual hilt itself is attached to it, with Chewbacca and Lando Calrissian by her side. Now, that's one thing that I'm truly excited to see, is of course the interactions between a legacy character and of course a sequel trilogy character. Now, Lando Calrissian is going to be a big part of Episode 9. He's not going to be a mere cameo, which is great news. He's going to be in or around the lines of having screen time like Han Solo did in Star Wars The Force Awakens. So Lando and Rey having scenes together, I honestly am very excited to see exactly how that's going to be executed on the big screen by J.J. Abrams himself. I think he knows what he's doing when it comes to mixing such a legacy character like Lando with a newer character like Rey in Episode 9. Now, the next one that I really do want to go over is, of course, the rear shot of Kylo Ren looking out a large window into open space, witnessing a battle between both the First Order and the Resistance. Now, this to me sounds like a parallel to what we saw at the very end of Return of the Jedi. Do you guys remember this, where Luke is looking outside that window of Snoke's, or should I say of Emperor Palpatine's throne room, and he's looking out the window and he witnesses the battle between the Rebellion and, of course, the Empire. It sounds like a very similar situation here for Kylo Ren, where he now is actually looking out a window and witnessing the battle between good and evil. Now, the next that I do want to go over is, of course, the glimpse of the Knights of Ren that are running towards a very large and high wall, protecting a base that may belong to the First Order and or the Resistance, and actually are taking enemy fire by the Resistance themselves, it seems. So they're using their shields. These shields are able to block all the blaster fire, and it's described that this sequence is something very similar to what we have seen in Game of Thrones. Now, we've seen what Disney and Lucasfilm, have been doing with the sequels, is that there's a lot of inspiration from Game of Thrones and medieval movies as well out there, and I kind of like that. I really do love, mixing medieval with Star Wars material. It actually just works. So if we examine the Knights of Ren, themselves right there, they're basically, very much like medieval characters on the spot. They're basically just knights. So the last one that I do want to go over is, of course, the in-depth look at the lightsaber duel between KYLO and Rey in a standoff in front of each other with both lightsabers ignited, Rey's face showing a lot of anger, and the same goes for Kylo Ren with a lot of embers falling from the sky. Now, the embers could very well indicate that this takes place after a major battle between the two, or it could also indicate that this is inside of a ship or the outside of a base where there was a lot of destruction. And with that being said, this movie really is going to be based primarily on Kylo Ren and Rey, and I am just so hyped to see exactly what JJ has in store for the fans. Anyways guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to